But we got bang back. Before we get into the NFL, I got a couple non-NFL questions. One, as we've been seeing, I feel like media has been a topic of conversation these last couple weeks, obviously, with the whole LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith altercation. People talking about they want real journalism. How's the NBA being covered compared to how the NFL's been covered? Now we have a story that came out this week about Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee talking about some situation that happened with some sorority girl allegedly sleeping with this one guy's father and things like that, and how it's ruined a boyfriend. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was. I remember watching it. Then that shit was nasty. And like, I'm not a fan of Pat McAfee, but I had to turn that shit off. It made my stomach turn. I'm like the bar stoolification of ESPN in full effect. It made me sick.
And that leads to my question: is the worldwide leader beyond saving at this point? Like, because if you look at it, I don't really, outside of the actual live sports on there, I don't watch ESPN. I don't watch First Take. I don't watch any of those other shows on there. Get Up comes on too early in the morning for me. But it kind of feels like even when you watch, they have Marcus Morris on there this week. And Marcus Morris is up there talking about, I don't think Nikola Jokic is the top 20 player of all time. Like, it just kind of feels like they take all of the hot stuff from Twitter and things like that and debate it. And like I've said, I blame the viewer, because if y'all actually cared about actual journalism, people will actually be talking about that. We wouldn't be seeing people lose their jobs and things like that, if not just sports media, media in general. We see all the stuff going on in the White House and how some media aren't covering that the way they need to be. That's the bigger problem. It kind of feels like ESPN went from being the number one hub for all things sports and journalism. Now it's just like the National Enquirer for sports at this point. Bang, you, of course, you deal with this media. We all deal media all the time. But do you think that this is just what ESPN is right now? There's no saving the worldwide leader at this point.
This ain't got nothing to do with the worldwide leader, fam. This has everything to do with the viewer. You give the people what you want. And that's what the people want. People want that type of stuff. I said this last week, and I'll say it again, and I won't go on a longer rant. I'll keep this short. If you didn't like it, you wouldn't watch it. If you wouldn't watch it, the show wouldn't be on. The show wouldn't be on. Whatever you want to watch would be there. Y'all watch this shit. Even if you watch it on mute, you watch it. So it's going to continue. First Take is a debate show. Debate shows have been around for years. Sportscasters on TV, something that used to come on Sports Channel Plus. All of that shit is really, all of this shit that you're seeing is offshoots of that. All First Take is what you see on Meet the Press and what you see on other political shows. They just take it to a news show. I'm not a fan of debate shows. I'm a fan of more analytics and stuff like that. But that's what you get when you watch these shows. And actually, I disagree on that. They're not trying to keep up with them. They're not trying to keep up with them because overall, they get more viewers than them. All they're just doing is trying to bring some of their viewers back over there. But they could get any sports player they want. I don't think a lot of people understand that a lot of these news organizations, these sports organizations, they recruit sports players and they put them through training before they put them on TV. This is just a cheaper alternative. You don't have to do all of that before you put them on TV. They're doing all of that through podcasting. They're doing all of that through their video shows. So when you look at Gilbert Arenas, don't know if people know or understand. Gilbert Arenas is supposed to be on NBC TV. So all of that is training. So yeah, they are aware of them. Again, they're aware of them. And it's cheaper to grab them now instead of put them through a boot camp in order to get them ready for the TV screen. It's just cheaper. It's just like I saw a tweet that Rush put up. And Rush said that labels don't sign artists no more. They sign fans. That's basically what you're doing here. If I see Gilbert Arenas is doing this, well, Gilbert, why don't you come over here and do it over here and broaden your shit? But again, if y'all don't want it, don't watch it. Watch this shit or watch something else. But ESPN ain't doing nothing. Fox ain't doing nothing different than what ESPN is doing. Y'all ain't watching Fox Sports like that.
No.
So if y'all not watching, if everybody's claimed to not be watching ESPN, what are they watching? Oh, they're watching Gil's Arena. What do they do on Gil's Arena all the time?
Talk shit.
They yell. Talk shit. All of these, and this is why, like, no disrespect to the comment section, but even y'all full of shit. And here's why y'all full of shit. Because Gil's Arena ain't doing nothing different than what ESPN is doing. They just louder and cussing. Everybody's using the Pat McAfee blueprint. Everybody's using that Barstool blueprint. 18 to 34 white male loves that shit, so that's the reason why they grabbed them. And every other show is doing this shit. These shows, tell me when Gil's Arena talking about analysts and analytics and all of those things. Point me to the episode where they're breaking that down. Actually, low key, the only show that is legit doing that is LeBron's show. And y'all ain't watching that shit. So let's cut the crap. Let's cut the cap. Let's cut the crap. All y'all niggas is looking at TV that's basically ain't shit right now. And y'all trying to say y'all want the ESPN from yesteryear. It was the same shit, just different versions of it. Man, I'd rather people talk to me and keep it real and just be like, I know this shit's terrible, but I can't stop watching it. And that's why niggas like Wilbon say that ESPN is a bunch of bullshit. I read the article that he did with Outkick, and I love that article. But Michael Wilbon comes from print. He comes from print. Tony Kornheiser comes from print. And Around the Horn is not Around the Horn, excuse me, pardon the interruption, is the one ESPN show that they just argue like old men, but they still give you analysts about what they're talking about, and they do it in a way that you would get with the old dudes from print. Again, sportscasters on TV. So you could call that shit trash all you want to, but you ain't watching FS1. And if you say you getting your shit from Gil's Arena, then you got a whole bunch of old NBA players just yelling at each other and cussing. If you say you watching Jeff Teague shit, you really watching Gil. You really watching Gil. I mean, you really watching Jeff Teague for stories with Jeff Teague. That's what it is. All it is yelling and all of that shit. And Stephen A. Smith been yelling since he said Kwame Brown was
Stephen
trash.
A. been doing that, bro. Like, they got that from Stephen A.
Everybody's following the same fucking blueprint. So until all y'all niggas that's complaining about shit, complaining about what's ESPN's doing, stop watching it. Stop watching it. Do like we used to do in the old days. You watch SportsCenter, you watch NFL, you watch NBA, their halftime shows and their post-game shows, and you read box scores. Y'all niggas don't even read the newspaper no more.
Yeah.
So stop with that shit. Yeah, they pulling that shit off of Twitter. Why? I said this on the show before we even had this topic. Producers don't be producing no more.
Right.
They just go to Twitter and they find that shit. All of y'all, like, that's what I'm saying. I like this topic because I get to tell the viewer that y'all ain't shit. Y'all bullshitting. Y'all capping right now.
That's why I gave you the floor.
All that shit. All y'all shit doing that shit. Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless ain't doing shit but what Mad Dog and Mike was doing on the radio. This is nothing different. It is nothing different. Go watch sports radio. What do they do on sports radio? They argue and they yell.
I mean,
So
Mad
this
Dog
is what,
one of the originators. Mad Dog,
yeah.
Mike Francesca,
And
like,
that's why it was great for Stephen A. Smith to bring Mad Dog on the show,
yeah.
because he birthed a lot of y'all niggas.
Shout out front of the program, Mad Dog.
Yeah, so yeah, no, I love being able to call listeners out on their shit. You say you don't like this shit, but you're watching. You're watching it.
And like
You're
like
watching it.
and
You
like
see,
I
you're
say-
looking at the clips and all that shit.
Hey, Bang. Hey,
What up?
that shit got you so straight you had to take an Ollie stress gummy?
Yes, because that shit.
He's like, I know what that is.
Yeah, like, let's cut the crap. Even when they do the analyst show, they take that shit and do it there. They don't even do, when you watch a game. The reason why we love the NBA NBC, because when you watch the game, you watched it and got real true analytics and conversation. If you say you watch live sports, they do it there too. So if all of you watches the game, where do you get your other shit from? Y'all niggas don't read the newspaper. Y'all niggas don't even know what a box score look like. They niggas don't even know what a box score look like no more. You don't even go on ESPN.com and look at the goddamn box score to see what's going on. All y'all niggas do is look at the sports and look at FanDuel and try to look at entertainment, like niggas getting mad at each other. Scott, you just told, look, our best clips is when we yelling at each other.
Prime example. We have great sports talk on this show twice a week, every week, and the clip of us arguing about which NBA players in the NFL and the NBA have hands just did 13,000 on TikTok. So that shows when I'm breaking down the Lakers defense and why they're not going to be able to keep that up come playoff time, 600 views.
Yeah,
if I go up here and I say Jordan Love is Huff, 3,000 views in like an hour.
Yeah, like I be hating when niggas be talking about some, man, all the shit that be moving is the gossip. All that shit be moving is gossip. Nigga, I work in analytics every day. I can throw out a meaningful story and that motherfucker get 100 clicks. I throw out some gossip, that shit do 10,000 views. I work in analytics every day. I can tell all y'all niggas y'all lying.
Thank you, Bang, for that 13
Yeah, all y'all niggas lying and shit. Stop lying. Just be real. Just be real. Nigga, I watch First Take on mute. Or or just to try to get some shit to see what they're talking about, just in case we talking about it. The one show that I vouch for that I do like, that I hear more analytics than anything, is The Facility. I like that show.
Who's on The Facility?
Chase Daniel, LaShawn McCoy, Acho, and James Jones. I actually like that show because it comes from an athlete's perspective, and they don't really be arguing over each other. They let everybody talk. I love that show, actually. Outside of that, and Shade Room was birthed off of the other shit. That the Shade Room birthed the other shit. So no, this ain't, hey, low key, this ain't me airing my grievances. This is just me telling y'all how y'all full of shit.
If Bang was airing his grievances, that wouldn't be on air right now.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be on here. It would air my grievances. Yeah. No, it wouldn't be here. I'm just telling y'all full of shit. Like y'all full of shit. Because we could come on this motherfucker and really start doing some analytic shit. We could start breaking down, have some graphics made, and do this and do that. And y'all motherfuckers are lame out. But when y'all think I'm yelling at Courtney and when I mean, y'all love that segment. So let's get the fuck up out of Let's be real, nigga.
I'm gonna close that segment out with this. A hate watch is indeed still a watch. Y'all need to keep that in mind. It's like, even remember the routine nigga who did cleaning my face at 4 a.m. That's all on social media. Y'all slander that nigga into a check. Y'all do it all the time. Slander me into a check, nigga, please. I beg of you. That's all it is. We see the whole trajectory of people not even trolling away, but saying they hate something into something being big, man. But Catch I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis, every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HMB Media and the Barbershop Network.